We are looking at chapter number 11 of class 11 conic section. Very important chapter. So we have already learned in previous chapter the line, equation of line. In this chapter we are going to learn about the curves, that is circles, ellipses, parabolas and hyperbolas. And these are actually called as conic sections. So these parabola and hyperbola, this name is given by Apollonius. And we'll talk all these and we will combine them in a single name. We call them as conics. So what happens, I'll show you. There are so many practical applications of these conic sections. May it be planetary notation, design of telescopes, antennas, reflectors in flashlight, or automobile headlights. There are so many. So let us see what we are trying to do. Just imagine you have a fixed line here, or a stick, say, assume it to be a stick. Then you have another line here, or another stick. Now this is fixed, this cannot move, but this can move. So just rotate it, and the figure the top arrow is going to make, this is actually like this. So this is what you have: a fixed line L, you have M, another line, and intersecting at point V. This M and L are making angle alpha. So we are rotating this, and when we are rotating this in such a way, it is making alpha. This is generating a double nabbed right circular hollow cone. It is making a double nabbed right circular hollow cone. Herein we are going to refer this as cone, just like you wear on your birthdays. So this is the axis, this is the generator, this is the upper nab, this is the lower nab. And when we have a plane, just imagine a plane. If this plane is cutting this, and the resultant figure which it is going to make, we are going to talk about those figures today. If this is the angle alpha, we have known about this angle alpha, and this is the alpha, this is the beta. This is the beta angle which this particular plane is making with your L. So this alpha and beta angle, how they are related, and these angles will actually define various type of conics. How? Let us see. First of all, if the beta is 90 degree, it is of course a circle. Means you have this conic and there is a plane like this. So it is actually going to create a circle. So beta is equal to 90 degree, it will be a circle. If beta is between alpha and 90 degree, it is going to be an ellipse. If beta is equal to alpha, it will be a parabola. And if beta is between 0 and alpha, it is going to give you hyperbola. Don't worry about this, you'll be understanding it in the later section quite clearly. So what I was talking about, this is the plane which is creating a circle, this is creating an ellipse, this is creating a parabola, and these two are actually hyperbola depending upon the angles which we have just chosen. Okay, angle in between various if depending upon the angle, actually you are going to get the circle, ellipse, parabola and hyperbola. Let us come to the degenerate conic section. Well, this is not very important, but still degenerate conic sections are those sections which are made when the plane cuts at the vertex of the cone, then we call it as a degenerate. For example, let me show you. If it cuts here, what will be here? It will be only point. If this plane exactly cuts like this, so what? That will be a line. Similarly here, okay? Similarly here. So these are called the degenerate. These are different geometric. These are based on different geometric properties. So you just have to know that it is not only that plane is cutting like this. Plane can cut like this also. Plane cut can take the angle such that it actually is coinciding with one of the generators. So let us start with the circle. Circle is what? Circle is actually all the points in the plane that are equidistant from a fixed point in the plane. So you have a point which is called the center. You have certain points, may it be anywhere, but they are equidistant. It will make a circle. So this is your center. Say some point at some point P1, P2 or P3. So you'll always find this P1O, P2O and P3O, they are equal always. And these P1, this OP1, OP2, OP3, these are known as the radius of the circle. So let us take the general equation of this. Let us take a x-axis and y-axis. now you have a circle here. Let us take this center as h comma k and any point xy. So how to find out the equation of the circle, because we want to generalize it, we want to use in the practical applications. What we are going to do, we have 2 points and we know that how to find the distance of 2 points. So y minus k whole square plus x minus h whole square under root, that will be our radius. So let us take it as a radius and we'll take a radius as positive. So this is the x minus h whole square plus y minus k whole square, and if we just square both sides, x minus h whole square plus y minus k whole square is equal to r square. This is our required equation of the circle, and h and k, these are nothing but the center of the circle, and r is nothing but the radius. This is how simple the equation looks like for a circle. So let us take example, you'll understand more. First of all, you have to find the equation of the circle with center as 0, 0 and radius as r. Center is 0, 0 means h and k are 0. Let us place it here in this particular equation. H is 0, k is 0, so x square plus y square is equal to r square. This is your equation. Next example, find the equation of the circle. You have a center minus 3, 2 and radius 4. So this h is minus 3, k is 2. So x minus of minus 3, that will be x plus 3, y minus of 2 and is equal to 4 square, that is 16. So x plus 3 whole square plus y minus 2 whole square is equal to 16. This is going to be your equation. Now let us take one more example. We have to find now the equation is given. We have to find now the reverse, that is the center and the radius. So what you have to do is, you just arrange such that x terms are together, y terms are together, and rest the constant you take on the other side, on the right hand side. Now x square plus 8x, you have to make it a perfect square. For that you have to add 16 here, and if you are adding 16, you just have to add it here also, so that they nullify. Again, y square plus 10y, you have to make it a perfect square. For that you have to add 25, and you have to to equate them, you have to add 25 here also. Now this is x plus 4 whole square, this is y plus 5 whole square, and this is what? This is 49, so this is 7 square. So this is nothing but x minus of minus 4 whole square, this is y minus of minus 5 of whole square, and this is 7 square. So this is your h, this is your k. So minus 4 minus 5 is your h and k, and r is the radius. Next question is, find the equation of the circle which pass through points 2, minus 2 and this 3, 4, and whose center lies on the line x plus y is equal to 2. So if this is the circle, this is the equation of the circle, h and k are what? They are the center points. So these two satisfy this equation. So let us place 2 and minus 2 here and 3 and 4 here. So these are two equations. Now this h and k lies, means center lies on this line. So h and k will satisfy this equation also. So h plus k equal to 2. We have to solve these three equations, and I hope we will be able to solve it. H will be 0.7, k will be 1.3, and r of course will be, r square will be 12.58. We don't need to find out r right now because we have this equation r square, so we can directly use r square. So x minus 0.7 whole square plus y minus 1.3 whole square is equal to 12.58. So let us come to the next conic, that is the parabola. So what is a parabola? Parabola is actually the set of all points in a plane, all points, these are all points in the plane, which are equidistant from a fixed line. This is a fixed line, this is a fixed line, and a fixed point. This is a point, and this point should not lie on this line. Okay, so you have now a curve in which every point is actually equidistant from this line and also from this F, say focus. We call it focus, and we call this line as directrix because it is giving directions. Here P1B is equal to P1F. You take any point, I will take any point, say Z, and so ZF will be equal to, say, any point, say B10. So ZF will be equal to B10. This is what the parabola is. Para means for, bola means throwing. Whenever you throw a rock or a ball, it will take this trajectory. This is a parabola. So this is your directrix now. Let us formalize it. This is your directrix. This will be your focus. This is the axis. The axis is what? The axis is actually line passing through the focus, and it is perpendicular to the directrix. It is perpendicular to the directrix, and it is passing through focus. Then only it will be an axis. And where this curve, where this parabola intersects with this axis, we call it as a vertex. So this is vertex, this is focus, this is your axis, and this is your directrix. Now, standard equation of parabola. How? Let us formalize it now with respect to the axis. So if this is x-axis, we are taking this vertex as origin 0, 0, and this as, because these distances are always equal. This point will always be, because it is equidistant from the focus also, it is equidistant from the line also. So this will be a, this will be a, so this will be minus a, because it is in the opposite direction of x-axis. This will be minus a, this will be plus a. So what will be the equation of this line? Nothing but x equal to minus a, because this is at the distance of minus a. X equal to minus a is the equation of this directrix, and this point will be, because it is on the x-axis, this will be a comma 0. So what will be the equation? Y square is equal to 4ax. Let us take an opposite case. Now this is our parabola, this is our parabola, and now the vertex again 0, 0, but now the focus is on the opposite direction of x-axis, that is the on the say the negative y and negative x-axis. So minus a comma 0. And what will be this? Again, this will be 0, this will be a, this distance, because the distance has to be equal. This is the theory, or this is the required condition for a parabola. So this is what? X plus x is equal to plus a. So this will be the line, this is directrix, this is your focus, and the equation will be simply y square is equal to 4ax, but you will have a negative sign here. Now in the similar fashion, if you take the axis as y-axis, now the axis is now y-axis, right? Again same 0, 0, but now here the directrix will be y, this will be a, this will be a. The point f will be, focus will be 0 comma a, and the line, the directrix will be y equal to minus a. The equation becomes x square is equal to 4ay. X square will be equal to 4ay. Let us take the opposite direction, and that will be, with the similar logic and reasoning, x square will be equal to minus 4ay. Right? Now, the question arises is, okay, you have given me y square is equal to 4ax, but how did it come? What is the criteria? So let us now try to find out the equation of the parabola. Now this is your directrix. We have said that this is your point which is equidistant from this directrix, and this is the focus. Let us assume it to be a point x comma y. What will be this distance? This will be y. So this will be what? You know that this is minus a distance. X will be minus a, but y will be y, right? So this point will be minus a y, and this point will be of course a comma 0. Let us take this distance, you know the distance formula, and equate it with the distance of this line. So this distance and this distance has to be equal. So PF has to be equal to PB, and you know the distance. You just have to use the distance formula. PF is this, PB is this. Just equate it, and you'll find out the equation. If you rearrange, it will be y square is equal to 4ax. So any point in the parabola is going to satisfy y square is equal to 4ax. And if you want to converse also, you can take one more thing. PF was what? This one. Okay, PF was this. We know that y square is equal to 4ax. We have just assumed it to be y square is equal to 4x now, because we are going on the back direction. We are trying to prove the converse, or we will start from the end point. So this is the distance. Y square is equal to 4x. Just place this, and you will see that this is nothing but PB. So it satisfies. So converse also we have proved, and you have to see that where you have to use this y square is equal to 4ax, x square is equal to 4ay. It will totally depends on which quadrant or which direction it is. So there are 4 equations. Y square is equal to 4ax, y square is equal to minus 4ax, x square is equal to 4ay, x square is equal to minus 4ay. These are the standard equation of the parabolas. So what we have observed in the parabola, we are going to use directly in the question. So let us understand these observations. First of all, the parabola is symmetric with respect to the axis. As you have seen, it is symmetric, above also, below also. So it will be symmetric. Also, when the axis of symmetry is your x-axis, right, the parabola opens to the right if the coefficient of x is positive, left if the coefficient of x is negative. In the similar fashion, if the axis of parabola is y-axis, then it will be upward if y is positive and the coefficient of y is positive, and downward if the coefficient of y is negative. This you have to remember. Now come about the latest rectum. What is latest rectum? Latest rectum is nothing but a line which is passing through the focus and whose end points are on the parabola. So this is your latest rectum. How you are going to find out the length of the latest rectum? See, this is what? A. Let us take this point. This is also A and this is also A. This is your A. And what about this? This is your again A. So A plus A is 2A. So AF is 2A. This is 2A. Right? Actually what I am saying is that this point is having equidistance from this point and this point. This line is, this is A, this is also A. From here to here A, here to here A. So how much is this? 2A. And because this is 2A, this has to be 2A because of the definition of parabola. So this is 2A. So again these are symmetric, so it has to be 2A. So the distance or the latest rectum will be 4A. Latest rectum will be 4A. Now let us take some question. Find the coordinate of the focus axis and the equation of the directrix and latest rectum if the parabola is y square is equal to 8x. So y square is equal to 8x, that means we are aware, because this the axis of symmetry y square is equal to 8x, y square is the equation was y square, that means the axis of symmetry is along the x-axis and the coefficient of x is positive, so the parabola is going to open on the right side, as we have observed. We have already learned in this observation section. Now comparing with the given equation, in this equation, let us compare. 4A is nothing but 8, so A is what? 2. What is the focus? Focus is A, 0. So this will be, focus will be 2, 0. And directrix will be opposite side. It will be x equal to -2. And latest rectum will be 4 into A, that will be 8. Now find the equation of the parabola with focus 2, 0 and directrix equal to x equal to -2. So this focus is at 2, 0. It lies on the x-axis. And x-axis itself is the axis of the parabola. So equation is going to be either y square is equal to 4x or y square is equal to -4x. But the directrix is x equal to -2. That means it is on the opposite side. It means the negative side. So the focus is 2, 0 and parabola cannot be this. It has to be y square is equal to 4x. Now if it is this, A is equal to 2 because it is given 2. So the required equation will be y square is equal to 4 into A into x. Will put 2, so y square will be equal to 8x. Next is find the equation of the parabola with vertex 0, 0 and focus at 0, 2. Now the vertex is at 0, 0. Focus is at 0, 2. So now we have a y point here, x is 0. That means our end which lies on the y-axis. That means we are aware with our observation that the equation has to be x square is equal to 4ay. And since a is given as 2, x square is equal to 4 into 2 into y, that will be, the equation will be x square is equal to 8y. Now we have to find the equation of the parabola which is symmetric about y-axis and it passes through 2, -3. Since it is symmetric about y-axis, the equation has to be x square equal to 4ay or x square equal to -4ay. We don't know it is symmetric about which place. But this parabola passes through 2, -3. But let us see that this is negative. That means it will open downwards. -3 means it is going to open downwards. So equation cannot be this. It has to be x square equal to -4ay. X square is equal to -4ay. So the parabola now passes through 2, -3. Place this in this equation, you will get a equal to 1/3. The equation will be like this. 3x square is equal to -4y. This is the standard way you are going to write it. So this is the first part of the conic sections. We will be taking few more. Thank you so much. Take care of yourself.